Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can set up the Java development environment with your Visual Studio Code editor on your Mac operating system. So let's get started and let's see how we can do it. So you will need two things in order to set up the Java development environment with your Visual Studio Code. The first one is the obvious one. You need to have Java JDK installed on your Mac operating system. So let's see how we can install Java JDK. So for that, open your favorite browser and search for download Oracle Java on Mac. And the first link which will appear here will be from oracle.com/java/technologies/download. I'm going to click on this link. Maybe I will also put this link in the description of this video so you can directly come to this website. Now at the time of making this video, you can see Java 21 and Java 17 are available now. What we are going to do is we are going to download the version Java 21. Now, when you scroll down a little, you will see three sections for Linux, Mac OS and Windows. We are going to click on the Mac version and then you will see different variants which you can download. We are interested in downloading the DMG installer, but here there are two variants of DMG installer also. So if you are using M1 or M2 Mac, then you need to select this one, which is ARM64 DMG installer. If you are using Intel backed Mac operating system, then you need to choose the last one, which is x64 DMG installer. I am having the M2 chip on my Mac operating system, so I'm going to choose the second option, which is ARM64 DMG installer. So I'm going to click on this link, which is for the download of this DMG file. You can see the download of this DMG file has been started. So it's not going to take much time to download. Just wait for the download to complete. And once the download is complete, you can see this DMG file is downloaded. So I can directly click on this DMG file here. And let me minimize the browser and you will see this kind of window here. In order to install Java JDK using this window, you just need to click on this .pkg file. So I'm going to click on this pkg file, which is going to start the installation process. Let me minimize this window also. So this is the installer window. We are going to just click on continue on the first window here. And then it says this will take around 336 megabyte of space on your computer. I'm okay with it. So I'm going to click on install here. And then I need to give my MacBook's password. So I'm going to provide the password here and then click on install software, which is going to start the installation of Java JDK on my Mac operating system. And in few seconds, this window will appear which says install succeed. So now I can close this window. So basic installation of Java has been done. When I press on close, it says, do you want to move JDK installer to bin? Yes, because the Java installation is finished, we can move this DMG file to the bin. So I'm going to just click on that and that file will be moved to the bin. Now Java JDK is installed on my Mac operating system. Now the next step in this process is to set the Java home. So for that, what we need to do, we need to first of all find out where Java is installed on our Mac operating system. So for that, we are going to open the terminal. So just click on this spotlight icon and then search for terminal and then open the terminal from here. So generally once you install Java JDK, its location is /usr/libexec/java home. So Java underscore home, and then you need to give hyphen and then capital V, and it's going to give you the version of Java which you have installed. So this is the version which we have installed, which is Java 21.0.1. Once we know the version of Java, so now in the next step, what we need to do is we need to set or export the path of Java home in our bash rc file or zshrc file. Now, if you are using the newer version of Mac operating system, most probably by default your Mac terminal is using ZSH. So we are going to set the Java home in the ZSHRC file. Now this ZSHRC file is located in your home folder. So when you do pwd and when you open the terminal for the first time, this is the home folder of your Mac operating system or for your particular user, right? And this .zshrc is located in this directory. So how to know that? You can do ls space hyphen al and then press enter, and you will be able to see this kind of file which says .zshrc. Now if this file is not present, you don't need to worry about it. We will create a new .zshrc file. So if this file is present, we will add our location to it. If it's not present, we will first create this file and then we are going to add our export. Now you can use any editor to edit or create this file. So if this .zshrc file is not there, you can use this touch command and then write .zshrc and then press enter, and it's going to create your .zshrc file. In my case, it's already present, so I'm not going to give this command. The next command is using a text editor. You need to open this file. You can use nano to open the .zsh file, or if you are the fan of text editor, then you can use open also. So just write open and then write .zshrc, which is the name of this file, and then press enter, which is going to open this .zsh file using the text editor. Let me make this text a little bit bigger so you can see here. So I already have one export here. In your case, if you have created this file for the first time, you will not see any export here. It will be blank. What you need to do here is you need to copy and paste these two lines here. I'm going to paste these two lines in the description of this video also, so you can directly copy them and paste it into your terminal. So the first command is export java underscore home is equal to dollar, and then this is the path which we have seen in the terminal. So we have used this path, right? User /lib exec /java home space hyphen version, and we got this version in my case, right? 21.0.1. So here we have given the same path hyphen version, and instead of this version you need to give the version which you see after giving this command. So in my case the version is 21.0.1, so I'm going to replace this version with 21.0.1. So let me just write 21.0.1 here. And then in the next line, you need to give this command, which is export space path is equal to dollar java home /bin dollar path, right? So these two lines you need to copy and paste, and don't forget to change the version with the version which you have. Once you are done, you can save this file. So I'm going to just click on the file option and then click on save, which is going to save this .shrc file, and then I'm going to close this. Once this is closed, you can verify that your changes are saved by just giving the same command once again, which is open space .zshrc, and I can see that my changes are already there. So I know that my changes are saved, right? Once your changes are saved, the next command you need to write here is this one. So let me clear the terminal because it's full. So after saving your export, you just need to give this command, which is source, and then give the name of your file, which is .zshrc, and then press enter. If you don't give this command, then .zshrc will not load in the current terminal. So if you don't give this command, just close your terminal and then reopen the terminal once again. Okay, so you can also do this. So I'm going to just close this terminal and then quit from this terminal, and then once again open the terminal. And once the terminal is open, I can check the Java home is set or not by giving echo command. So I'm going to just give echo $java underscore home and then press enter, and it's going to give you the location of Java home. In my case, it's library / Java / Java virtual machine / JDK 21.JDK contents / home. Okay, so if you have followed all the steps which I have shown you, you will see this kind of output. Now once Java home is set and Java is installed, we can also check the version of Java. So you can give this command, which is Java space hyphen version, and then press enter, and it's going to give you the version of Java, which is 21.0.1 in my case. Now once you have Java JDK installed, I'm hoping that you already have installed Visual Studio Code Editor on your Mac operating system. So once you have Java and Visual Studio Code, let's open the Visual Studio Code Editor and let's develop some Java code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the terminal first of all. So let me open the terminal, and using this terminal, first of all, I want to create a directory where my Java programs will be saved, and then we will open the same directory using the command line, and then we are going to open the Visual Studio Code. So let's say I want to create this folder in my documents directory. So I'm going to cd into the documents directory, and here I'm going to create a directory. To create a directory, you can give this command mkdir, and then the name of the directory. I'm going to name my directory as sample, and then I'm going to cd into the sample directory. Here in the sample directory, I want to open the Visual Studio Code. So I can type this command, which is code space dot and then press enter, and it's going to open the sample directory in your Visual Studio Code. Now to create a new file, you can press this button, which is for creating the new file, or you can click on file and then click on new file. So let's create a new file, and I'm going to name this file as hello.java and then press enter. And as soon as I create this file, Visual Studio Code recognizes that I have created the Java file. So it's going to suggest me to install the extension pack for Java. So you can directly click on this install button, or if you want to install the extension pack using the extensions section, you can click on this section which says extension, and then search for Java here, and it's going to search for the extension pack for Java. So the first result you will see here will be for extension pack for Java, and it's from microsoft.com, and it has been downloaded around 23 million times. So it's an official package which you can install, which will help you to develop Java on your Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to click on install here. This package installs several different packages. For example, it's going to install the debugger for Java, test runner for Java, project management for Java, Maven for Java. So these are all the packages which are going to be installed when you click on the install extension pack for Java. Now here I'm going to just close these notification windows, and then I will go to the Explorer once again. I can close this also, and then welcome window also I can close. And once I have installed the extension pack for Java, let's create some Java class, and then we are going to run it. So in your Java file, when you type class and then when you click on the first option here. So at every point when you type something, Visual Studio Code is going to show you the IntelliSense, right? So when I type class and then press on the first option, it's going to create a hello class for me automatically, right? Now inside this hello class, I want to create the main method. So if I type main here, once again Visual Studio Code is going to recognize that I want to create a main method. So I'm going to just click on the first option here, and it's going to create the main method for me. Now let's say I want to print hello world. I can just type system dot out dot print line, and then inside the parenthesis I can just type hello space world here. Okay, so once I type hello world here, let's save our program. To save your code, just press Command S on your Mac operating system, or you can just go here and then click on save. Once your program is saved, let's see how we can run it. So the obvious option you will see here to run your program is this option, which is for running your Java program. You will also see these kind of highlighted run and debug options on top of your main method. You can click one of them and it's going to run your program also. Or you can click on run section here at the top, and you can start the debugging of your program, or you can run your program without the debugging. We are going to choose this option, which is for run button. So I'm going to click on this run button, which is going to compile my program first, and it's going to run this program, and I can see the hello world is printed here. So this is how you can run your program. Now if you want to debug your program, you can just click on this run section and then click on start debugging. But before debugging, we need to set some breakpoints so that our program execution stops at those breakpoints. So let's set the breakpoint at line number 6, and then I'm going to press on run and then start debugging, and my debugger will start, and then you can see my program execution stops at the breakpoint. You will also see some buttons at the top. So these are the few buttons you can use to move into your code using continue button, step over button, step into button, and then you can restart your debugging and you can stop your debugging. Now to explain the debugging in more details, let me just add some more variables here. So I'm going to write int a is equal to, let's say, 5, and then I'm going to once again declare a second variable, which is b is equal to 10, for example, right? And then I want to print the sum of these two variables. So I'm going to once again declare a variable called sum, and then I'm going to just add these two numbers, so a plus b. Now in the next line, I'm going to print the value of sum in the next line, right? So now the program is really simple. You know what it's doing. It's just adding two numbers and printing it, right? Now in order to start the debugging, let's set the breakpoint at the line number 6, 7, 8, and 10. Okay. Now let's start the debugging. So I'm going to just click on this debug option, which is going to start the debugging. And then you can see the program execution stops at my first breakpoint, which is at line number 6. Now I want to step over to the next breakpoint. So I can click on the step over button. When I click on the step over button, you can see this variable a is assigned the value of 5, and our program execution stops at b at line number 7. So assignment of 10 to b variable is not yet finished. So when we step over once again, you can see b is assigned the value of 10. So this is how your program execution stops at different points. Now I can also click on the continue button, which is going to stop at the next breakpoint. So when I click on continue, you can see the program execution stops at the next breakpoint, and now the value of sum is displayed here. You can also see the IntelliSense values here. So a is equal to 5, b is equal to 10, sum is equal to 15, a is equal to 5, b is equal to 10.
So at every point you will also see this highlighted indication of each and every variables here. Once again, I will just click on continue, which is going to finish my execution, right? So when you debug your program, you will be able to see the value of variables under the debug section. This is the debug section. Now, if you want to create a launch.json file for your programs, you can go to the debug section and then click on create a launch.json file. So when you click on the launch.json file, it's going to create this launch.json file in your .vs code folder. So it's going to create a new folder called .vs code, and then under .vs code you will see the launch.json file where your launch configuration will be present. This kind of launch configuration is useful when you are using some kind of version control with your code, so that when you commit and push your code to, let's say, GitHub, the other developer can clone or pull that code, and he will be able to have the same kind of configuration. So once again, when I go to the debug section, now from here also I can click on this start debugging button, and my debugging will start here. Again, I can restart the debugging using this option, and I can also stop the debugging. I also have the hot code replace option. So when I click on hot code replace, it says cannot find any changes class for hot code replace. So when you have some kind of changes, it's going to help you. Now let me stop this debugging here. You can also find the problems. So let's say I just forget this semicolon at line number 10. So let me save this program, and then I'm going to run my program, and it's going to show me the problem, right? So you can see under problems section, it says that at line number 10, column 72, I have forgotten the semicolon. So when you have some kind of syntax error in your code, Visual Studio Code is also going to show those problems, and with the help of those hints you can solve your build errors. Also, when you set the breakpoint for the debugging, you will be able to see the list of all those breakpoints here under the breakpoints section. You can disable those breakpoints from here, so just uncheck these checkboxes. If you want to remove the breakpoints, you can just click on the cross icon here. You can also toggle the active breakpoints, so all the breakpoints will be deactivated at once, or you can just close these breakpoints one by one. You can also check these checkboxes, which are going to show you the uncaught exception and caught exceptions while you are debugging your code. So this is also useful for that purpose. So I think that's it for this video. This is how you can set up the Java development environment with your Visual Studio Code on your Mac operating system. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video.